What's up, y'all? So we back at it on another one. So I got the whole rear end painted, the future color of the car. So now we're ready to continue with this rear disc brake conversion. I got a full setup out of a 96 Acura Integra LS. I'll be uploading some photos of the day I took the rear disc brake setup off the Integra, but this is the rear trailing arms. I painted them, color of the car, got new bearings, new hubs, rear disc brake setup. We got some really nice power stop rear disc brake calipers that we're gonna be putting on with this new setup. And so yeah, I'll be breaking this video up in different sections, but I'll get y'all as much content as I can on this rear disc brake conversion. And we also got all kinds of MPC goodies that are going back here. I'll be showing that to y'all here shortly. Let me get some of this mess cleaned up and get ready to start putting this thing back together, y'all. Be back with you shortly. Got these old calipers soaking in some PB Blaster right now so I can get this e-brake out of here. See how rusty and nasty they look. But just a little bit of PB Blaster and some elbow grease and some Puerto Rican power. I was able to get the other one out of there. Got the other one sitting where it's going, just ready to be mounted. And here's these calipers I was talking about, y'all. Power stop. Well, I'll show y'all that later. Before I assemble all this, I'm gonna lay out all the parts, show you guys. I'll be right back. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So we need that rubber off of that piece right there. I don't know what that piece is called for real, but yeah. It goes between the rear trailing arm bushing. You gotta do what you gotta do with what you got. I'll be right back. So here's the camber kit for the rear, the trailing arms, the new polyurethane bushings that we put in there, new cross drill slotted rotors, all kinds of goodies. Okay, boys, so I got the rear toe kit put on already, and I'm gonna go ahead and start putting all this other stuff on. I'm gonna do a time lapse though, so here we go. All right, boys, so we're gonna hook up this rear end toe to this trailing arm right here. So I'm gonna get y'all on the time lapse while I do that real quick. Be right back. New camber kit, new trailing arms, new polyurethane bushings, new rear toe end. Up under there. Smash them. Oh shit. All right, boys, so for calipers, we went with the power stop calipers, powder coated red. This is fresh. And some eBay brake lines. No, actually I got these off Amazon, like 45 bucks. Not bad. Go with the red. But yeah, I'm gonna get a little video putting these on for y'all, and be back with y'all. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm basically gonna go ahead and finish up the rear disc brake conversion off of the Acura Integra onto my EK Honda Civic. And I wasn't going to put this in the video or whatever, but basically this is several days later since the last video I did, because well, long story short, I had ordered rear lower control arms for an Acura Integra because my suspension was off of a 96 Acura Integra. But come to find out, when you do this swap, you've got to use the Honda Civic rear lower control arms. So yeah, so basically I had to order some new ones for a Honda Civic because they're longer. So I'll show you guys a comparison too, because I still got the ones for Integra over here. So but yeah, they're longer. The Honda Civic ones are longer, and it was crazy looking. But if you guys go back in the video and you look at everything, you'll be able to tell, like, I had the camber all the way adjusted as much as I could either way, and my toe and everything, and it was still like, the back tires were like this. So it took me a while. I felt retarded afterwards. Sorry about that. I felt dumb or whatever, but after that, and yeah, so I figured it out. Me and the wife, we figured it out. I had the wrong trailing rear lower control arms. So, but yeah, I'll show you guys. Okay, so right here we've got the Acura Integra rear lower control arms, right? MPC. Then I'm gonna show you guys the Honda Civic, the difference. And like I said, if you go back on my videos, on this video, and you watch and you look at it, it was horrible. So yeah, look at the big difference. These are Acura Integra, these are Honda Civic. So yeah, you guys out there, when you're doing the rear disc brake conversion off of an Acura Integra, you've got to use the Honda Civic rear lower control arms. So yeah, I'm gonna get time lapse for you guys of me putting on the lower control arms, and we're gonna be wrapping this rear disc brake conversion up here real soon, fellas. Real soon, God willing. So we can move on to other things like this rear diffuser I got here from my brothers over there at Keep Gunning, or KG Garage, I should say now. But it's a little off, so I'm gonna use a little trick right here to get that off. A little trick my wifey gave me to get that off. Pretty easy, because that is permanent marker. But yeah, I'll get that off and get it all marked up and redo it again and start getting that cut out. And that'll be another video I'll drop for you fellas out there. But yeah, I'll get a time lapse for you guys of me putting these lower control arms on, and we'll go from there, fellas. And I'll get back with you. All right, y'all. So now I got everything done on the rear disc brake conversion. Everything's mounted, and now all I got to do is get my tires put back on and lower this thing down. See if I could get the camber somewhat set enough for me to roll out of here and take it to the alignment shop, because it's going to be all out of whack right now. But I'll get a little time lapse of me putting the wheels back on it and lowering this thing down to the ground, and yeah, so I'll get back with y'all before we check out of here. What's up, y'all? So now, since I got the rear disc brake put on the car, I'm gonna be putting this keep gunning rear bumper diffuser on the bumper, and I'm gonna get a little time lapse for y'all or whatever, so you can see how I did that. I'll be back with y'all. All right, guys. So what I did was I got this diffuser. I didn't record the beginning. Y'all had to forgive me. So I'm gonna kind of try to explain this to y'all. So basically what I did was I laid this out here where I thought it was straight, where I wanted it basically. And I marked it with a permanent marker. Then I took this diffuser off. I didn't want to mess it up. And I came through here and I marked it with a permanent marker. And then after I laid it down with a permanent marker, I got pictures of that, and I might have a little clip or whatever to put in here before or whatever. But so after I marked it, I came and through and cut the straight stretches like these right here. That's what I call them. I cut those with this bigger Harbor Freight grinder with the cutting wheel or whatever it is. And then the little tight areas I did with this Dremel and this little sanding wheel. And then basically what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put 2 bolts in here, one over here and one over here, because I got some spots that I can't get to and I don't want to drill out too much. So yeah, I'm gonna get a little time lapse of that. Basically me doing a little trimming, like I'll show you. You get this thing on here straight. So basically, like, see these little areas here that I couldn't get in with the sanding wheel and stuff. I'm gonna get them with this little cone I got in here. So yeah, so I'll get a little time lapse of that, and then once I'm done doing that, that's basically all I'm gonna be able to do with this rear bumper, because I'm waiting on my valances to come in for the side of the bumper here, and then once I get those in, then I can cut my bumper how I want down here, which I think I'm gonna run along this little ridge right here. I'm gonna keep bumper down to at least this little curve right here. I'm gonna probably trim it all along there, and then come down at an angle towards my balances. And all this will be gone eventually, but yeah, I'll get back with y'all. I'm gonna get a little time lapse. See you boys here shortly. All right, guys, so there it is. There's the rear bumper diffuser, all cut out and looking good. But yeah, like I said earlier, just waiting on these balances that are gonna go right along here before I cut any more out of here. But I will be cutting this down here along here. I'll be cutting it straight along here and then kind of angle off. But yeah, that's what we're looking like, guys. I love it. Looking good. Looking real clean. And that's what we're looking like so far, boys. Okay, boys, so it's been several days later, but I finished the rear disc brake swap on the coupe. I just wanted to close this video out and by letting you guys know basically what happened. I ran in a couple speed bumps along the way, really due to the, messed up information out there online, or little to none information out there, I should say, on doing this type of swap on these cars. I didn't find a whole lot of information out there. I just kind of pieced stuff together along the way, but basically I had issues with trying to figure out which prop valve I had to go with. And since I've got a 2000 Honda Civic EX coupe, the only valve that I could use was off of a CX, DX, HX, or SI. And luckily I have a 97 CX hatchback sitting in the driveway that I'm gonna eventually end up, it's gonna be a project, later on in the future. But so I was able to take the prop valve off of the hatch and put it on the coupe, and got the wife to come out here and pump the brakes for me, and we got the brakes to bleed. Everything turned out to be good. E-brakes worked just fine off of the Integra. After we got all the brakes to bleed and everything, I put the tires back on the car, lowered the car, Tried to put it in reverse, and it locked up on me. Couldn't find what it was, thought it was the prop valve, thought all kinds of stuff was wrong. Come to find out, it was the brackets that hold the calipers. So basically the caliper bracket in the rear. The bolts that hold those on were too long, so they were digging into the rotor. So it was keeping my rear tires or rear wheels locked up. So I basically just whacked off a little bit of the bolt, ran them back in. Everything worked great. Everything's fantastic and it's done, thank God. So yeah, like I said, I just wanted to close this video out and let you guys know, basically what happened in the end. I ended up finishing the rear disc brake conversion. I finished the rear bumper diffuser. I didn't finish cutting it completely the way I wanted to because I was waiting for my balances to come in. So maybe I'll get that on another video. And but yeah, I just wanted to close this video out and thank you guys for tuning in with us again here at J&A Motorsports and Trucking. And we'll see you guys on the next one.